about whoring. I'm not to be boring. Yeah. Tell me you ready, Mel, you ready to speak for the ladies that keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hi. We're back. We're giving the girls the episodes, okay? We're giving my tits aren't out today, but this is a cute shirt. I feel very 2000s with this shirt on.
Very cute.
Very cute.
Baby.
Tuesday.
Okay,
still fuck that nigga.
Okay, joke of the week. Let's get to joke of the week. Let's just get right into it.
My joke of the week, it's not funny, but it is like the predatory nature of it is not funny, but it's just like the girls need better friends. I was down to La Chingada for Cinco de Mayo, which is a Mexican restaurant that's kind of like a club. It's like if some Mexicans turned into niggas for 24 hours and then turned back Mexican and they built an establishment. That's essentially what's going on. They got a goddamn mechanical bull out there. They be playing tequila pong and shit like that. Yes, it's a great grand old time. So we was drunk before we got to La Chingada. We went to this little bar we like to eat at in Smyrna to put something on our stomach. And then we left the car at the restaurant and then Ubered to La Chingada because they be charging 40, 50 bones to park over there and we not fucking doing it.
This establishment? I ain't never been over there.
We should go. You would actually have a great time if you like prepared your liver and stuff. You don't be drinking how I drink. But if you came prepared to drink, we would have
I have my 3 or 4 quarterly drunk day.
Yeah.
I prepared to be drunk on Sunday.
But see, that's the thing about liquor drunk be beating my ass because I'm usually wine drunk. Like I'm usually like champagne drunk. So on liquor drinking days, my body is like, hey ma'am, what's going on? Yeah. So we get to the establishment or whatever. I had to keep my nigga from killing somebody because I was disrespected. I won't get into actually I will get into it. So you old ass niggas that be outside being old and thinking that you can disrespect people, like bruh, basically too long didn't read of it all is one of the niggas at the party left something under my chair that I was sitting in. I wasn't aware he left something under there. So he reached between my knees under the chair and like stared me in my eyes like this. To like was basically
like Terrence Howard in Best Man.
Yeah, like being a freaky old Q, and my nigga was right there. So like I had to fucking catch his hand like Celie to keep him from like beating this nigga up. But that's not the joke. So if you've ever hung out with me and we've been taking an Uber together, I'm gonna do me a little pissing before I get in the Uber to leave because I don't want to be annoying asking the Uber to pull over. In my younger days, Uber drivers have seen me pee on the side of the road. That's just not what I'm on anymore. So I go to do my pre-Uber piss, and it is a girl stone cold passed out, a young girl stone cold passed out in a chair in the restaurant with 2 niggas very vulture-like hovering over her. So first of all, my bladder immediately forgot it had to pee. It dried up. I think I went into big sister mode. I think my eldest sister override came in, and I completely forgot that I had to pee. So these niggas kind of just hovering over this passed out girl. And I look at them. I said, y'all niggas know her? And they get to stuttering and sputtering and shit, talking about something. Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm tapping her. I'm like, girl, get up. Girl, get up. Get up. So she wakes up. She's like, what? What's going on? I'm like, hey, man, you know these niggas? And she was like, no. And so when I say I hissed at these niggas, I said, get back. They were like, oh. I'm like, yeah, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
And the pussy police, nigga, get the fuck back.
Pussy police, get the fuck from around. You can't come around here no more, nigga. But anyway, so I'm like, hey, man. I'm like, are you here alone? She's like, no. I'm like, where are your friends? She looks at their fucking location. These bitches are gone. These bitches have left. I said, let me tell you something, young lady. You get back home if these hoes are your ride and you never speak to these bitches ever again. Because they fucking hate you. They hate your ass. But I will say that now I'm at the age where even though this is not my responsibility, I feel like I need to get less drunk in public because I need to be able to help bitches like that.
Because the little Renayas and the Nevaehs need help.
I'm
going to talk about you. But come on.
But you're not finna get assaulted in this Mexican restaurant. Right. That's not finna be a part of your story. Not today. But yeah, so it's not really funny. But I think the hissing part was funny because I do enjoy making men uncomfortable. I've added hissing to my list of things I do to scare strange men. Because when I'm in my car and men stare into my car, I take my wig off. So that's been a hit. That has been a hit. And I take it off real slow and I don't blink. So I just peel it back like So I'm adding hissing to my list now. So that's my joke of the week that young lady got home unscathed, and I'm happy about that.
That's
Yes.
good. I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
My joke of the week is so I found a new massage place, and I'm gonna gatekeep it. I'm not telling y'all where it is.
Are you gonna tell me?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'm gatekeeping it because the one you gave me is very nice, but it's kind of far.
Yes.
And I found one closer to like this part of town.
Mm-hmm.
And the massage is so good, but like you ever. So, like, it's a foot massage place, but they still do the rest of your body. Like, I am tempted to go back today, but I won't. Mm-hmm. And they have you in these recliners, and she was, like, digging in my back to get to my back to massage it. It was amazing. I think it was better than me laying down. Okay. She was, like, sitting behind me, but she's, like, reaching in the back of my shirt and, like, going like this. Oh. And I'm sitting there like, nut. Like, oh, my God. Ew. No, okay, not nut, because that's sexual harassment, but just, like.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
But I knew it was good because I was falling asleep. But have you ever been in that, like, awake, asleep limbo?
Yes.
Where it's like, I'm up, but I'm asleep, but I'm up.
Right.
And I only knew I was asleep because I could hear myself snoring. And mind you, these aren't private rooms, so I'm so embarrassed because I'm snoring, and I'm aware that I'm snoring, but I'm aware that I'm also asleep. So I'm just hearing, like, ew. It was amazing. She did everything. She did my scalp. I know she was so confused.
She massaged your scalp?
Yeah, I paid for it. I was like, I want the head of scalp massage. But she was like,
I don't know if I want nobody massaging my scalp.
Oh, no, it felt so good. Everything was so good.
Maybe if I freshly wash it.
They do the face. They had my feet soaking. They did my feet. She massaged everything, my legs. I was in that bitch on fucking standby mode. That shit was amazing. But the being awake.
Not you was on Do Not Disturb.
Look, I was on D&D. Just to be asleep, but up, but like, it's so crazy.
Man, the lady got to rubbing my legs so good at the nail place. I tried it. Okay, so the nail place that I usually go to is a chain, but the one that I usually go to is too busy now. Like the fucking IG baddies have found it and they pack it out. So like, I like a nail shop where if I get there when the doors are still locked, it's just me. You know, it's just me in there. So I went to a different location. And I was like, this is nice. Like, they got, nail shop don't be having great wine, but they got decent wine in there. The vibe was good. So I said, okay. She gets to doing my legs. And she's doing, like, the cursory, like, just leg. She put the heel of her fucking hands and ran them down my calf. And she got to doing it so good that I forgot that I was in the nail shop, and I closed my eyes. I said, bitch, can't.
No, honestly, the massages be so good. And that's why I like when that boy massages me. Like, I'm one of those I need a back rub before sex kind of people.
That's how you're going to get pregnant.
I'll take it. And honestly, like, I just fantasize about how good these massages are going to be when I'm pregnant. They going to hit so crazy. But he massages so well, and I enjoy the massage because I can moan.
Yeah, you can.
That's why I like, because I be stifling moans in the nail shop. I stifle moans in the massage. But when my niggas massage, I can be like, It's like not even the cute moans. It's like the,
You see, but I be letting them grunts. The massage I got, let me tell you something. I was in there. Like, I was in there. Because I be feeling like
bitch, don't make me go over there.
I can't stretch. Like, I'm a stretchy girl. I'm very bendy. I'm very flexible. But like, in terms of like getting kinks out or like popping shit, it never works for me when I try to do it myself. So someone else always has to do it. So when I'm in a situation where I can feel the fucking pressure and lactic acid releasing out of my shit, I'm like, ugh. So I don't be moaning. It's never a sex moan, but you gonna get this noise. You gonna hear
some sound in that motherfucker.
You don't watch Friends, but there was an episode because Phoebe's a massage therapist, and there's an episode where she massages Monica, and then she was avoiding Monica after the massage because Monica made sex noises, and so Monica was embarrassed, but she said, okay, if you do massage again, like, I won't make sex noises, I promise. So she does massage, Monica makes a sex noise, and then Phoebe's like, yeah, you like that? You like that? Yeah, say my name. And then she's like, I think it's best we don't speak for a while.
Like, yeah, now it's weird.
Yeah, now it's weird. Now it's weird because you said you weren't going to do it. So that just reminded me of that. But
that's funny as fuck. No, but like, massages be feeling so good. I think I want to go get stretched. Like how they did Mr. What was that? Oh, when Mrs. Incredible in the movie, and they like twisted the costume and blew it up. I just need all of that.
I want to leave looking like Slender Man. Like, I want to be stretched so good that my limbs are awkwardly long now. Because
I feel like after the massages, I still be tight. So like, clearly there's something else. I'm scared of going to the chiropractor.
They say a lot of people say chiropractors are junk doctors, like they're junk scientists, and it's not real.
That's what
but
I'm
like
saying.
nobody else provides that service. I guess you go to a kinesthesiologist, or you go to like a physical, like a sports therapist or some shit like that.
Sure.
But like they say the guy who started the chiropractiness is a nutcase or was a nutcase.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to because I be feeling like they're gonna force close my body. I feel like
I'm gonna be the one to get paralyzed.
Yeah, like they're gonna shut my spine down. And I just don't want that.
I'm gonna be the one. My luck is the cautionary tale. You ever heard of a woman named Melanie Mitchell? I'm gonna be the one.
Right.
So yeah, I just want to like
bitch, I
control alt delete my.
And I only am telling. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish. I'm sorry. My bad. No, I saw something scary at the train station, and it's so funny that when I was talking to you about the train, I'm like, the train is fine. I love the train.
And I was like,
and
bitch,
then
I'm not
you
going
were
on
like,
that
fuck that train. But then right after I tweeted about 5 Point Station, and you tweeted back to me, this young man had hypochroma, one eye blue and one eye is green, and then he was wearing a shiesty and very clearly holding his waist in the way one would hold it if they had a gun. And I was like, let me get the fuck off this train, because if you think I'm about to get fucking robbed by blue eye, green eye in this fucking shiesty, because you already know you got some scary shit going on with the blue eye and the green eye, then you put a shiesty over it. And first of all, you black with no brown eyes. He was black as this table, blue eye, green eye. I said, oh no, this is not for me. Mind you, it was at 5 Point Station. It was at 5 Points, which is the scariest of all the stations. But yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid 5 Points from now on.
Why were you even over there? Is it a transfer?
Yes, yeah, transfer. So to get from my house over here, I gotta 5 Points it up.
I have not rode the train since, when was the last time I rode a train? I had to ride the train in 2012, and I was very upset with my mother because I had to go from the airport, and she was working downtown. I was like, well, can you come get me? She said, well, I'm going to be at work. You need to ride the train from the airport. And I said, so you hate me? Like,
I like public transportation, and I wish Atlanta was more walkable and the trains were more expansive, because I enjoy, first of all, driving makes me so anxious. Driving gives me such bad anxiety.
Same.
I don't like it. And then the trains, if it weren't for men, I would take the train all the time. I would actually take the train at night if men weren't such dangerous people.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Points just is a grubby place.
I don't like the Atlanta MARTA of it all for here. Like New York, bitch, let's get on the train.
Oh, I'm
bitch.
not doing New York.
You walk down them stairs, smell the piss. Rats.
I saw someone taking a bare-assed shit in Penn Station
Good for them.
upon one of my earliest arrivals to New York. Like when I was dating B.
Redacted.
Fuck that bitch too. But when I was dating him,
sure.
I should have known he just was not nice. And I thought he was just being like New Yorky about everything. But like looking back, he showed me multiple times that he really didn't like me. Nice guy. Because like I would fly into EWR, and then when I would get from EWR, I would take the train to the city. And he would just be like, it's not hard. Like, you can figure it out. Like, you can figure out the train. And I really couldn't each time. Like, he had to, like, end up meeting me most of the time because I just could not figure out how to get where I was going. And I saw a man pull his ass out on the stairs next to, what's the name of that place? Perk? It's like a coffee shop or some shit like that. I forget the name of it.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
One of the coffee shops.
I can't think of the name either, but, like.
It's a chain.
Pret a Manger?
Pret,
amen. Yeah.
Yeah. Pulled his fucking ass out and took a shit on the step next to me. And I said, oh. I've never seen nothing like that before. So when I'm in New York, it's Uber everywhere. It could cost $1,000. I'm sorry. I won't be enough. But I do like that the Google Maps app has updated very detailed when you're trying to take a train somewhere. It's very detailed now. So like if you can't figure that out, because it wasn't like that at the time. It wasn't like that at the time I was up there. But they've done it like foolproof. So if you can't do it, that's your own dumbass fault.
Yeah, because it breaks it down, the trains, how far it is, how many stops, whatever the fuck, which exit to get in or entrance. Yeah. Okay, booty hole. If you could interview one celebrity, living or dead, what would it be, and what would it be? Like, who would it be, and what would be like the topic?
Okay, so are we doing more than one, or are we just doing one?
You do your thing, baby girl.
Oh, okay, so my number one, well, let me do the most obvious one last. currently today, I would want to talk to Kendrick Lamar just about all of this. If I could get the exclusive about your...
When did you know you hated that
When
bitch?
did you know you hated this bitch? Like, I would really love to sit him down because I know personally that level of hate takes a time to develop. And I know that this also seems like there was a last straw type of situation. So I want to know what the last straw was
with
this bitch for you to hate him so hard and so out loud. I also would love to interview Bernie Mac. He just seemed like he's one of my biggest comedy inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like how I try to structure the points that I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems like such a smart person and like he would have so much to give to me as a person. So it might not even be like an interview. It might just be like nigga, I just want to have a drink with you and chop it up. Like, let's get a cigar. Let's go and fucking hang. What?
I was thinking about my answer and I drew a parallel and it's very funny to me.
I would like to hear that.
Okay.
My last one is Beyonce. Now, I would like to do a 2-part interview with Beyonce. I want to do the interview that we're going to show to people on TV, and then me and you
gonna spill some tea.
Are gonna have some fucking whiskey, and I need to know
what the fuck happened on the elevator.
What the fuck happened on the elevator. I need to know who the bitches were. I need to know.
I need to know who the bitches were.
I need to know what was happening.
And you have to tell the
truth.
When
Jay-Z was going, she loves her work more than she loves me. I need to know what was going on with y'all
honestly,
at that time.
At 23, yeah.
Which is I need to ask you questions about being a young girl, dating this old nigga, and I want to touch your hand when I say this.
Beyonce.
But I need to know. I have so many questions. I have so many things. I want to talk to Solange. I really just want to sit down with all the Knowles women and be like, first of all, fuck Matthew. Let's start there.
And Jules, you keep on modeling. Don't you say another word.
Don't you say another fucking word. But I would love that. I would love that very much.
Okay, for me... Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We love you so much.
Yes, please go like and subscribe.
Right
and
now.
Share and tag and, well, not tag, but something. I don't...
Grandma. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. You're not a grandma. You're a hot lady.
I'm auntie, at least.
At least. You're not nobody's grandma. But no, please
go. All right, but still, yeah. All of mine are passed away. But all of mine are really kind of, because I didn't really think of it through all the way. So yours kind of influenced a lot of mine. I want to sit down with Robin Harris.
Okay.
I love Robin.
Mm-hmm.
I love Robin Harris. So I just want to, because like Robin died way too soon. He died like 90, 91,
mm-hmm.
like before even. I didn't realize that wasn't even him and Bebe's kids. He was dead before Bebe's kids. That was fucking Faison Love fuck ass. Ugh.
Fuck face. Who gives a fuck what face I love?
A fat Faison lie. Did you watch the Cat Williams special?
I did not, because I was enthralled in rap beef. And then by the time I got around to wanting to watch it, I'd seen some of the reviews already. And I was like, okay, I put this on the back burner until...
I had it on and I was just like, I'm not really
I heard it was
just
like recycled Twitter topics and...
Oh, trans people playing sports. It's like, you didn't even want to say that. Like, I feel like you were forced to kind of say this.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to talk about this.
Yeah, and I'm still kind of mad. I'm actually quite angry with Kat about his comments about Palestine and everything. So, like...
It's just...
I need a long break from Kat at this point.
Yeah. That wasn't... It didn't give what I needed to see it.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
A lot of people said comedians... I looked at comedians do commentary and they said it seemed like he didn't write. Like, he didn't... Or even, like, have, like, any, like, path. Like...
It was... Yeah, he was just talking about shit. Not even the usual political commentary that he does have. It wasn't giving that. Like, the insurgents. I don't know no motherfucking insurgents. That's funny.
That's a funny ass joke.
That is a bit.
I don't even know no motherfucking
Yeah, it just wasn't... It wasn't that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not expecting you to do the same comedy that you was doing in 2006, but it's just like, it just wasn't... We did all that for this?
Right.
Anyway, so Robin talked to him. Who was Bebe? Let's unpack Bebe as a woman. We need. I want to hear Bebe's backstory.
Yes, Bebe's origin story. We need a Bebe prequel.
I want to see a Bebe prequel.
I want to see a Scar from Lion King prequel too. I meant to tell you that. Mm-hmm. I need to know Scar.
Well, that's kind of. I think they're gonna talk about that on Mufasa.
But no, I want Scar. I want to see Scar grow up.
Somebody was making a point when we were in Disney about like, I want them to make more villain movies.
Yeah.
Like how they did Maleficent. Like, I want more villain POV movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second one is Michael Jackson. The same way, like, we just gonna get into some tea.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that daddy. I know you don't want to. And I know you're not gonna want to talk about Joseph.
I hate my dad too. So
it's
let's
fine.
talk about it.
Let's talk about the skin.
I don't hate that nigga.
Because in hindsight, like, that is a very jarring physical transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody made fun of it, but I'm just like, we need to unpack.
No, like, there should have been more concern about
There would have
Michael.
been more care in it, you know?
Yeah.
Because vitiligo is a real thing.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, y'all, we do keep laughing? No, let's
stop. Yeah.
Mike never got one of these. He never got a good
I don't think
hand
he did.
touch.
Yeah.
So we gonna hand
he
touch.
ended up being so paranoid.
We gonna talk about the little boys because, like, you may not have sexually touched them, but it's weird.
But you were inappropriately.
It's not
same
appropriate.
thing. You shouldn't have no 9 and 10-year-old friends.
It's
buddy.
weird,
It's
Mike.
weird.
Let's unpack. We're gonna talk about Ben.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Bubbles. He's gonna get his hand touched.
Why is the monkey in it?
Then my last one, of course, is Whitney.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about Robin.
Can
Robin.
that be a shared one? Because I would love. She gave so much in interviews already. Like,
she did.
She didn't necessarily tell so much of her personal business, but like, she was just a joy to watch, even when she was being angry in interviews. Like, I often go back and laugh at her call with Wendy Williams. She's like, Wendy, you don't know me.
We let Wendy. She let Whitney have it.
Yes.
Wendy have it.
Mm-hmm.
All these W's. So I want to talk about Robin. I want to talk about, like, what's T.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to kill him?
Like,
do I have to get Bobby out the picture physically so you and Robin can be together? Like, what's it giving?
Because whatever you need, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that. So those are the interviews I want to do. I'm sure I can think of more, but let's interview each other.
Okay.
So we're
you
setting
go
up
first because you're gonna say something more ridiculous first, and that'll help me say something ridiculous.
And then we're gonna shoot out. Okay, I already have my question. That's good.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna set up our Patreon. So this is like, if you want more shit like this, that's gonna be personal.
We're gonna have it on the Patreon.
We're gonna have it on the Patreon.
Sign up for the Patreon. If we do this Patreon and 4 of you motherfuckers sign up for it, thank you to the 4 of y'all. We ain't got no time for this bullshit.
Do y'all want nice things? We have to have money.
We have to have money. So do the Patreon.
So fucking do it.
Yes.
Okay.
The hair on your lock screen, for a second, I thought that was Lauren just because of the color. And I was like, why Lauren your lock screen?
I have a picture of her in my home.
I was like, what's happening?
Okay. You ready?
Yes. I don't think I've been interviewed.
So, Jasmine, thank you for coming to my TED conversation.
Okay.
And my first question for you is, when did you know your coochie was good?
When did I know my coochie was good? I've not been asked this before. I've always known my coochie was good, but like, that's just because like you're supposed to say your coochie good, and like, you know, nobody ever was like, so like, yeah. But I remember I had sex in a car with a man who shall remain nameless, and it wasn't like dirty, gross car sex. Like, we steamed up the fucking windows. We watched the sunset. We're on like the top of this parking deck. It was really great, and I think he got so mad at how good my coochie was, he just went for a walk. He just had to step out.
I need a moment.
Like, he just like, he finished, he kind of squinted at me, and he was like, yeah, I need a second. And he was gone for like 15 minutes. And I was just like, that good coochie right there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's been some instances, like I've had like, I remember one time when I was at Alabama State. And this guy lied on me and said that he fucked me. And a guy who had actually had sex with me was sitting there while he was saying this. And he was like, no, you didn't. And he was like, what? He was like, no. He's like, I've been to the mountaintop. He's like,
I fucked her.
He was like, there's no way you had the experience I had and you're discussing this woman that way. And I said, I know that's right. That lady where she's like, I'm like, I know that's right, bitch. Because he was sitting there listening. He was like, nah, that doesn't sound right. And I'm like, thanks. Might give you some more later.
Thanks, King.
You want some more pussy? So, yeah. Okay.
And you can't ask the same question.
I'm not. I might ask later, but I might. I'm not. Okay. That you're willing to share. What's the funniest fight or disagreement that you've had with one of your sisters? Or pettiest?
The pettiest fight that me and Monique had. Because me and Melissa don't really fight.
Right, because she's mom's sister.
Because like, if we don't fight, like, we'll have disagreements or what, I guess, whatever. But it's always like whole thing. It's never not like a little petty fight. Me and Monique will fight over anything. So we got, this is so stupid. It's so dumb.
I know it is. That's why I asked.
We got in an argument over a curly wand.
Like for your hair?
For your hair.
Okay.
And growing up, my mom would always buy us our own things. So we would have, it's always like 2 of things in the house. So we had the same one.
Oh,
and granted,
that's not good.
Yeah, we had the same exact one. It was like a Remington, like red, whatever.
Remington don't never do nothing wrong.
So now, granted, I'm not the cleanest and most organized young lady. My room is a mess. Everything that I touch is a fucking mess. It's a mess. That's who I am.
Not your car. Your car is usually clean.
It's decent, yes.
Yeah.
Considering how messy some people's cars are. No, I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
I'm just saying, like, some people's cars are like, God damn, bitch, you live like this?
No,
like,
that's me. That's my car.
So we're leaving for homecoming. And this is like in front of people.
What year is this?
This is 2016.
Okay.
So we're leaving for homecoming and we're arguing over this curl wand. We both have sew-ins. I'm like, this is my fucking curling iron. Like, granted, my room's a mess, but I know where my shit is. Your shit's a mess and you don't know where your shit is. That's what we different, bitch. Like, I'm like, this is mine because it was under the cabinet. This is where I put my things. She's like, no, it's not. That's mine. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, it's not, bitch. It's mine. Blah, blah, blah. So our friends, we're trying to get on the road to Tallahassee and they're like, hey, guys.
Just really quick. We want to check on you guys.
Hey, we kind of got to get on the road. Like, no, that's my fucking phone, bro. I'm sorry, I spit. But like, we're like, no, that's mine. It was mine.
Okay.
I think I just let her have it. It was like, fuck you or whatever. I don't know if I had another one or something like that, but we were just arguing back and forth. I'm like, this is my curl wand. I know it's mine because I know where I put my shit. Mm-hmm. Even if I put my shit on a pile of shit,
I know where that pile of shit is.
I know where it is.
Yeah.
You don't be knowing where your stuff is. So weeks later, she finds her actual curl wand in the fucking madness of her trunk. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I knew it because that was my shit. I knew it was my shit this whole time.
Now say sorry. Did
like,
she apologize to you?
I don't remember. Probably. Yeah. I probably made her say it. Like, no, you need to apologize to me. Because I'm one to be like, I'm that person in the family.
I've learned that about having close relationships with cancers. I used to have 3 cancer friends. Now I have 2.
Someone faded away like
faded away, yes. But like, one thing about apologies, y'all gonna want it more than once. Y'all gonna want the person to know, you hurt my feelings. You hurt me.
Not even you hurt me. You got me fucked up because that's my curling wand.
Man, Rodney be mad. And he'd be like, this is why I'm upset. And this is why I feel like it. And I'd be like, okay, I'm sorry. And he'd be like, no, you don't understand.
No. I need, no.
But no, this really hurt me. And I'm like, baby, please.
A bullet pointed apology.
I said I was sorry.
Because you got me fucked up.
Which is so crazy because as a Sagittarius, you like, I done said fucking sorry. I said it. I ain't finna say the shit. No, now we finna get re-mad and we finna get another fight because I said the shit already. And I ain't saying it no more. Because
I feel like you didn't feel it. I didn't feel like no soul. Spit that shit out. I need my apology off top, bitch. Okay.
Okay.
So we know you're a little violence mommy. You know, you like to fight. Mm-hmm. Tell me about a time that you got your ass whooped.
Okay, so a time that I got my ass whooped. So I was dating a young lady and we were staying together. Not on some like we're in love and we're living together. Like we started as friends and we were roommates and it was a whole thing. And so we had gotten into an argument. And we're both bi. So like that's the big spade. It's like, okay, fuck you. I'm gonna go hang with a nigga then. Whatever. Which is like the easiest way to get your shit, like whatever. So I'm like, a nigga
domestic violence. A
nigga had invited me to smoke, and I was much younger at this time. So like, I'm not thinking about like maintaining the relationship. Like I'm just being as petty as I can. So I'm like, I'm finna go smoke with this nigga. But when I went over there to go smoke with the nigga, I got so high that I physically could not drive my car or come back. So I stayed out much later than I intended. So I come back to the home and the door opens to where you push it into the house, like most house doors, but you push the door into the house. And from behind the door, I can't. What? I said, oh, I'm getting my ass beat. Mind you, it's just me and her there. So we are scrapping and neither one of us are getting tired. But when I say she is handling me, and she's like a little slim thickie. So like she not tiny, you know what I'm saying? But like she strong, like she's fucking me up. So like, whoa. So we take a break and fight, and we cussing each other out, calling each other all types of names or whatever. She's like, can't believe you went over there taking dick. And I'm like, I didn't take any dick. Because now this is outside of the scope of what I expected when I came home. She's in the fucking bedroom. And I was big. I was a MAC girl. I loved MAC makeup. She was fucking digging her fingernail and my blushes and bronzers and like cutting up my lipsticks. And I was like, I was like, now I'm finna beat your ass. So we are fighting. I don't know how it happened. Our other friend, who's not gay in any capacity. I don't know if she was supposed to come over anyway. But
she walked in like Donald Glover. Like.
She did. She ended up there and she was like, stop it! Stop it! She like broke us up, but she's little. She's itty bitty bitty bitty. So she's like, stop it! Stop it! Why are y'all not getting tired? Y'all have been fighting. And when I say that girl was, they tell teachers when they are working at high schools, they say if two niggas are fighting, you can break them up. But if two girls are fighting, you got to let them hoes fight because they're going to beat your ass. So we both swinging her to and fro, trying to get her out the way, fighting her. But yeah, my jaw had a pressure to it for weeks after that. Like, she rocked my shit so hard. And I was like, I think I'm okay on some of this gayness. Because, you get into a fight with a girl and the police get called. The police are just kind of like, fair fight. We're going to go. Like, nobody's getting either.
That bitch is professional.
Because at some point, I think, in another instance, I got into a fight of the gay nature and police showed up. And the police were just kind of like, either both of y'all can go to jail or none of y'all can go to jail. And we were like, got it. Don't you fucking worry about it. But yeah, I got my ass kicked. But I did learn that coming from behind the door thing, I got to use that one day. I don't know when, but that reaching from around that door, ming, 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 I said, oh.
She got your ass.
She got my ass good. Question.
Okay. This is fun.
This is a good time. Trying to think. Tell me about your most fun homecoming experience.
Damn.
What you're willing to share.
These post-grad homecoming experiences have been very, very fun. Like, what was the best homecoming? I think 2017 was really, really fun. 2017 was one of my most fun years because, damn, but then there was also 2016.
I think I was there. I think so.
It's a lot. Okay, so honestly, fuck it. Can't nobody beat my ass.
Can't nobody beat your ass.
So 2016 homecoming was my first post-grad homecoming. Mm-hmm. And it was fun that night. The first time we got there, I rolled up on my neo step practice. That's like a rite of passage as a pro fight. You get to go to practice and critique everything. Oh, y'all look a mess. Just to go just be super critical.
Step 1 foot outside that ugly blue carpet.
You just get to be super critical. Okay, what y'all doing? That count was off, whatever. Mm-hmm. It was me. And then, we have traditionally always lost a step show. Because the Dubs be cheating, honestly. Again, the Dubs be cheating. So, okay. 2011, they cheated in that step show. Honestly, y'all might still beat my ass, but I don't give a fuck. I wasn't even AKA then, but I was in the audience you bitches cheating. I know you fucking because they had announced the AKAs as the winners. So they're celebrating champagne, yeah. And then they come back, excuse me, actually, we're going to take that back. Actually, the Zetas are second place and the Deltas are first. And the AKAs don't place at all. We were like,
how does that even happen?
Fuck no!
But how does that happen?
They misscored or something, but no, because the AKs had a better show. They did. Not even me. I am being biased, obviously, mm-hmm. but it was a better show. Okay. So that was the big scandal, but we never won. It will always be some bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. And then we won the step show in 2013 after I crossed or whatever, but there were no deltas, so
mm-hmm.
that took a big
chunk out of
the challenge and the competition. We won, yeah, but at what cost? We beat the Zetas and the SG-Ros. I don't even know if the SG... No, not even me. The Zetas can step. No, we was shook about them Zetas. Mm-hmm. We was shook about them fucking Zetas.
Okay.
But I was scared because the Zetas did a good job. They can step. Mm-hmm. So we had been shook oh my God, the Zetas are going to build a house on stage. I don't know why we thought they were going to build a house. I don't even know what that was supposed to mean.
Well, I thought
so we knew we won the show during warm-ups. You're supposed to come to the step show during the day, do a little stage soundtrack or whatever to see, because the bounciness of the stage is different because we've been in parking garage. Yeah, we've been on concrete. So we did that, and it was like a trick that my line sister Angie flipped off of our other line sister. It was like the crazy shit at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when we did that, and the fucking step show committee was like, "Oh shit, the K's not playing." So we were like, "Oh bitch, we might have won."
Not y'all had a what is that damn movie? Stomp the Yard situation.
Oh, it was very much something art. Like this shit, I cannot wait to write a movie about my Greek experience because it's like it's so much more than colorism and sexual assault. It's so much more fun, the fun parts. So anyway, the Zetas went. Because we was out there like, all right, we went. It went good, but we got to see what the Zetas come with. And then was like, oh, they ain't talking about nothing. They ain't, okay. But next year, them bitches was not playing with us. They didn't let it happen twice.
That flip was their villain origin story.
No, it was. Like, they was like, now, how the fuck did the K's beat us like this? And the next year, they won. But I think they cheated a little bit, too, because the Zetas and the segments were over the show. And they both won. And we were like, now you know. Now, we weren't as good as last year, but neither were y'all. So what's going on? So anyway. How did I even get? Oh, so we went to step practice. Okay, back to 2016. Okay. Let's go back. So I went to the practice. I was being a pro fight, and then the next day at the step show, like my fucking Neos lost. Like the Zetas whooped their ass because the Deltas were still gone. The Deltas didn't come back to 2018. So I'm like, oh, tonight we're getting fucked up. I was like, fuck it, I don't even care no more. And this is back when we were still drinking Crown. We got so drunk. So that was the night of Chillmatic. You've been to Chillmatic before. Chillmatic was the party. I've aged out of it since, but like at the time, my niggas was still in school, so like I'm still had old niggas there, whatever. This is the craziest story of my life. Like this is the craziest homecoming. It's my first. I just did not know how to act. Mind you, I had like one of my first boyfriends. I was like, hey, I want a homecoming. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so young. Like, hey, can I dance on niggas in the club? Like, that's so disrespectful.
What kind of question is that?
So immature, so ridiculous. Like I was the problem, right? So go to the party, blacking out, drunk, just fucked up. Like I was still small enough to get carried out the club. So like
you're still small enough to get carried out the club today.
But like without struggle. Like if somebody would really have to plant they fucking knees to pick me up these days. Back in the
not heave ho.
Like niggas gotta really focus. They gotta lock in to pick me up these days. But we get in there, we try to be on the stage, see one of my own niggas. I was like, bye. I got a boyfriend now. Out my face. And then I was drinking champagne on top of that. And I just...
Oh, you were wilding.
I was wild. I just remember waking up in the bed. That's my next memory. I woke up in the bed with a nigga. And I'm like...
That's the worst.
I woke up in the bed with a nigga. I didn't know who it was. But I could tell by the silent body language, he put a pillow in between us. And he was like... And that pillow was like, hey, we did not have sex. So when you peek over this pillow... to see who I am, just know we didn't fuck, and you're okay. I knew that pillow, it was like a symbol.
Like, hey, there was no hunching here.
When I woke up and I saw that pillow, I said, who the fuck is on the other side of this fucking pillow? Who is on the other side of the pillow? So I look over and it was like one of like the older big homies, right? And I was just like, and I had on, it was like a halter one piece. The halter was down.
Your titties were out.
My titties were out. And I'm like.
You probably got hot.
So, right. So, basically, what happened was, so now I wake up, I'm like, what the fuck? My phone was gone. I didn't have my phone.
Yikes.
I had my purse, but I didn't have my phone. So, I wake up like, what the fuck happened? He was like, look, your drunk ass was drunk. And then I didn't know where to take you. So, I just took you home, like, just to make sure, like, you was good or whatever.
God bless him.
No, because I feel like, I don't know, he didn't do nothing with me, but he was like, nah, I ain't gonna, like, type shit. I'm just like, no. Because I get really, really slutty and nasty when I'm drunk. So yeah, especially like even younger me. So he was like, nah, I ain't gonna do nothing. No. But he was also like, let me just take this bitch home. Because I was trying to tell him who I was supposed to be going home with. I have a Neo named Jairus. Okay. And I was like, I'm really going to Jairus. He's like, Jared? And I was, no. And right, he was like, you want me to take you home to this nigga? And I was like, no, I don't want to go. He was like, I'm going to take you home because I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Yeah. And apparently I didn't want to button them when they were like, Mel, can you please put your titties up? So like, I happened to come to terms with the fact that all these niggas who I like, not look up to, but like these are like the big homies, have seen my titties at this point. He was like, you just refuse to do it. I had changed my tampon. I'm so responsible when I'm drunk. Like, I was like, drunk. So I was like, okay, I got to find my phone. So this is like an adventure. So at this point, we're on an adventure.
Like a hangover adventure.
It was some hangover shit. I had to go find my iPhone. We go to where it's supposed to be. It's just on the street.
Like your phone's just outside.
It's just it's just pinging outside, but I can't figure out. I'm like, where is it? So it's like a street where like a lot of people stay at, and a lot of the alphas lived over there. And I'm looking around like, where can my phone be? And I look, it's my blind sister's car. I'm like, this is Erica's car.
Oh, she's a sweetie.
Yeah, but this is other. I have 2 Erica line sisters, but this is the other Erica. But
Okay.
I'm like, this is her fucking car. I go look, and my phone is sitting in the middle console.
And the door is locked.
And I'm like, I don't know where this bitch is. Her nigga lived over there. And I was like, he was like, I may have her number from freshman year in my phone. He like digs in his phone to find her fucking number because I can't call it because my phone is sitting in the car. And my line sister Erica, the other Erica, she's like very like whimsical, like very like, yeah, so like, what's up? Like, whatever. So we call her, she like, oh, Junior. She called me Junior. I'm she Birdman, I'm Junior. Because like, I was the youngest person in my line, and she was like a senior, so I was like her daughter, like whatever. She's like, Junior, yeah, I got your phone. You was drunk. I took it. I was like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, yeah, she's like outside of her nigga. I was like, yeah, let's go get breakfast. I'm like, this is so
I'm falling apart.
We went and got breakfast.
That's fun.
And that was fun. So it was another part where like I had come to terms with it. Like, you know how like the night after you do some crazy shit in college and the next event everybody was like, you good? You was tripping last night. Then I get a text from one of the niggas I dubbed. Like, apparently when I blacked out, I started like talking and things to him. And he was like, yo ass was tripping. And I was like,
yikes.
It was bad. But
I kind of stand in it now. Like when I get drunk and like say stupid shit or do stupid shit, I'm like that little girl at that birthday party where she blew out her sister's candle. She's just like whatever. Like that's how
I'm a pair person.
I woke up in bed once. And long after I stopped giving him coochie, I woke up in that bed. I said, I know I didn't come up off no pussy in here last night. I said, you get your ass in here now. He was like, you were drunk. And I took you out. And there was no coochie to be had. I was like, oh shit, thanks. Perfect.
Thanks for the place to stay.
Let me get my ass out of here. He said, whoa, we just not giving me coochie no more. I was like, got it. You're correct.
Yes.
Absolutely. Oh man, I'm glad I don't act like that no more for the most part.
For the most part, like I get 1 or 2 of them days every other year now.
Yeah,
but that was
out the way now.
That was happening, so I really do be out the way, honestly. Like I showed my ass recently, but that was rare. I was like, oh, did I black out? Like Carpe at homecoming, I showed my ass. Okay, and I gotta ask you a question. That was like a 10-minute answer. That was fun. I'm having a blast.
It's a good time. Ask me something you don't know about me already.
Damn. Okay. At one point in your comedy career, like when you first started, like when was that spark? Like this is something I can do the rest of my life.
First night. I remember the first show, because I signed up for a bunch of open mics, and the first one that hit me back was Laughing Skull. And this was, Rodney had told me like that I should do stand up. And this is around the time that I was dealing with Philip. And, huh? Oh,
you didn't redact that. I'm just...
Fuck him.
Okay.
This is around the time that I was dealing with Philip, and a lot of that made me, like, you know, I'm already a little suicidal sometimes, but that situation really made me want to die. And so I was making very dark jokes about it to Rodney. And he was like, and I wasn't trying to be funny, but like, I'm just telling you how I feel. And he was cracking up. Like, he was like knee slapping. But
that's also Rodney as a person.
That's also him as a person. But he really found that shit funny. And he was like, you should do stand up. And I was like, I finna do no fucking stand up. Like, I'm not finna get on
That's how I was too. Like,
and the way to really get me to do or commit to anything, especially if it's creative, is to call me pussy about it. And people who are like family and close friends like know that about me. Like, if you want to trick me or manipulate me into doing something that I said no to, pussy, and then I'm gonna do it.
Well, now I have to do it.
Because now I have to do it because fuck you. Yeah. So he was like, you should do it. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna write any jokes about this, because at the time I am still ashamed about some of the things I did, but at the time I was very shamed about it, especially because my feelings about it were so big. I'm like, I'm not finna go on stage talk about fucking this lady husband. Like, I'm just not gonna do that. That's unsavory. But I wrote a bunch of jokes about other things, and I got all dressed up and I went out of my way to find an outfit, and I was like, this is great, I'm Beyonce. So when I got on stage, I fully expected like 2 people to be in the audience and for this to be a thing that I'll do once and it not matter. And I told my joke. It's so funny now in context of what has happened in pop culture, but I was like, my nigga can't have no new female friends. Like, I think I might have said girlfriends because I was like, I'm still very big on not saying females, but I'm like, you know, my nigga can't have no new woman friends. And the punchline to the joke was, if you wasn't friends with my nigga when Diddy was making the band, you can't be my nigga friend, basically. And that joke got such a good reaction from white people. Like, and I was like, I don't even know if y'all niggas know about making the band.
Right.
But they
why
found
you laughing?
that
But they was
shit
laughing.
so funny. And then some other joke I did about like a nigga having like a girl name saved as Throatzilla in his phone or some shit like that. And that went over well. And when I say I got laughs, and I think it was just beginner's luck, but I got laughs back to back to back to back. And that was I've never done cocaine, but I'm sure that's the closest that I could feel to it.
Like, that feeling of people laughing, it's kind of like SpongeBob when they put his hand out and it was like screaming, then you like...
You pull it back, yeah.
So, I remember watching the New Edition story, and when Elijah Kelly's character, when he was playing Ricky, he was talking about being on drugs, and he was like, it's the closest thing to being on stage, because I can't... And I was like, damn, that's deep as fuck. That's crazy. And I went on with my life. I get it. Like, when the crowd stopped screaming, I see how people do drugs. Like, just even, like... Obviously, like, when I did my personal show last month, like, that was crazy. Like, when I was backstage, I was like, just... Because, like, I was nervous because I was excited nervous. I knew it was going to go well because these people came to see me. I don't give a fuck what I came out there and talked. I could have came out there and farted on the mic. And these niggas paid $30 to come see me, so they were going to be excited. But when he was hyping the crowd up, it was just like, Mel. I was like, these niggas...
Moi?
Me?
Yeah.
I was like...
Yeah.
Like, that feeling was insane just to, like, to hear the crowd. But the craziest one for me is when I showed up for Kev's show when he was in Atlanta. Because these people didn't know I was coming. And niggas were, like, excited as fuck for me. And the screams, it was like a balcony. I was like, ah!
I think that's how I felt
drugs
doing your show. Because a lot of people didn't know I was opening for you. Most of the people didn't know I was opening for you. So I had made up in my mind before I went on stage, because J. Lou was asking me like what I wanted him to say. And he and I, this is a long running like joke between he and I, because since I've started to do comedy, I've never known what to tell the person introducing me to say. I don't like to pontificate in that way about myself.
It's weird.
It's weird. So he was just like, I'm going to just hype you up. Like, I've seen your work. Like, I know what you do. I know about the podcast. Like, I'm going to do that. And I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter because these people didn't come to see me. This is not my show. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. When he introduced me and I could see, because the lights weren't that bright, I could see people be genuinely happy that I was there on stage and that they got to see me perform. I can't even explain the feeling. I can't even explain the feeling of like, for somebody to be happy to see me perform, like, it is like a treat for you. I'm like, oh my God.
Dinner
like,
and show? Oh my God.
I'm
yes.
like, damn,
The best night
like,
ever.
this is so nice. And then after, like, people want to take pictures of me, I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. So, I mean, that was just really sweet because I don't necessarily think low of myself. I think I have pretty high self-esteem, but like, I also don't view myself the way that other people view me. So for people to be excited to see me is just really like something.
That night was very interesting to see. And I'm glad my mom got to see that.
Yeah.
I'm so happy my mom got to see that because she was like really impressed. Because like, you think I just come cuss on the internet
and then go home.
Not in a like hating kind of way, but like,
I've met moms. Yeah, I get
she's
it.
a mom.
Yeah,
like she was like, oh yeah, my daughter is a hellion on the internet and she makes money, so I don't give a fuck that much. But she still is just,
she does hellion things.
She's just a sinner. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's my daughter, the sinner.
Yeah, but for my mom to see how I've impacted people, whether it's inappropriate or not, I'm so glad she got to see that in real life. Because even when we were talking about it like on her birthday trip, she was like, yeah, them people was not playing by mail. I was like, thanks, Mom, you got to see my job. This is what I do. Because, man, people wanted to see pictures. But like the person who wanted us to do this on them, like,
that was my favorite part.
Yeah, like people listen to the pod. Yeah. Like people are pod fans. Like this pod, whether we this little stupid ass podcast. But like we're doing something here. Yeah. And it's important. And I'm just glad about
my mom has a Jokes on You pod, the first, like the stickers we got for the live show. She has a sticker on her suitcase. And she says that people will be like,
what you know about that?
What you know about that? She's like, that's my daughter. She's the one that talks about the buttholes. And I'm like, stop saying that.
Yeah, please stop telling people that. No, my mom is fake shame because she don't really go nowhere but church and Ross. But the people in church, like, follow me and like, oh, your daughter do this. And she act like she not proud when she around
But she
me.
proud.
Like I don't know if did I talk about this last episode when I
Oh.
came home after the second show at like 2:00 in the morning and my mom was up.
No, you didn't tell me that.
It was just like I literally like that may have been my 11th cry. I got home. Me and that boy got home at like 2 in the morning. That show ran late as fuck. Mm-hmm. And I saw my mom's light on because I can see my mom's light from the street. Mm. And I'm like, oh, okay, she probably in bed. When we got in there, and my mom is arranging every bouquet I got in some fresh water. She's arranging my card. She arranged every card that I got, like, under the flowers. I can know who it was from.
I still have your orchid. I've kept her alive.
Thank you.
Yes.
She's in much better hands.
I will bring it out to you when you take me home.
Perfect.
Yes.
It was the best feeling. So like to get that validation from your mom who like never really got it. Like, and it also another level like of struggle because I have one parent and the parent who was no longer here would have been, my daddy would have been at fucking Comedy Theater at noon organizing
He would have been them t-shirts.
He would have been, you thought that boy was slinging them shirts? My dad would have been like, move, nigga, damn. He would have been selling shirts. My daddy would have been just locked the fuck in. Yeah. He would have been trying to write my jokes. He would have been arguing with the people with how much money I made. He would have been counting the see. My daddy would have been locked in. So it was just like hard to kind of explain to a parent who's like the more chill parent, like, hey mom, this is something that I really
important,
enjoy. Yeah, so it's just so many different layers and the comedy shit is so rewarding. It's a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of bullshit. But when it's good, it's fucking good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, sorry, we got a tangent. Go, ask your question.
It's my turn.
Who went first? I went first, so maybe this could be the last question. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. What time are we at, Pirate?
Oh, we need to wrap it up. It's last question.
Last question. What has been the funniest or favorite moment in our friendship for you?
Funniest
or favorite? What's the smile?
I was, that one ridiculous night.
We've had ridiculous evenings.
At your house. In 2020.
I feel like that was war. Like, we went through war. We can't tell y'all.
We literally cannot even tell y'all. We can tell y'all in like 2027.
We'll tell y'all in the memoirs, but we can't tell you now.
But that's probably one of, because it was just so funny. And I was sitting here like, no. Another funny
one that
night.
You can tell. Girl.
One of my favorite was our night out in Detroit. We went out in Detroit and we was taking pictures in the street.
Yes.
That was a fun night. That was just a fun 2021. I was just so happy.
That was a good time.
That was a happy year. We went to the party like, watch me squash this shit. Like, we don't know none of these Detroit bitches. We finna come shake ass, fuck these. I had a raging UTI, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
That really kind of put a really big damper on the night, but I still had a good time.
I was popping coochie.
I couldn't pop coochie the way I wanted to.
I don't think I popped coochie that night.
You wasn't popping coochie. You was shaking ass.
I was shaking ass and I was tongue kissing. I was doing that.
You was tongue kissing? You wasn't tongue kissing because y'all had the first night? On the day y'all met? This was the first day y'all met.
When did we go to Fishbones?
That was that first weekend. That was the first time, but not that day.
That wasn't the day. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It was the next day.
Whenever we went to Fishbones is when I was tongue kissing. Having a time.
That was a good time. I love a good double date.
Yeah, especially because like that situation, like the personalities were very like.
That was fun.
Stark. Yeah, that was a good time.
We had fun.
I wish you wasn't a big fat liar, so we could have fun.
That got nothing to do with me. Even though I kind of orchestrated all the chaos. I'm always at the scene
you
of the
didn't
crime.
Orchestrate the chaos. You just literally told me the truth. That's it.
I'm talking about just from the beginning. I kind of was like, not kid.
Yeah.
But
not kid.
To be young.
It was literally like 2 years ago.
Right. Contrary to popular belief, we've only known each other for 5 years.
Yes.
We met in 2019.
Yes.
Can you imagine the day we met that this is what this would have become?
No. I couldn't
Let's go back to first impressions.
First impressions, I mean, I think the day that I was at the Comedy Hype place, I was really just trying to get in and get out. I was trying to do my shit and go home. So I wasn't in the space to make friends or do anything because I know I was having a high anxiety day. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to do my little kikis. I'm going to go home. I think meeting you, it was one of the, like, to be honest, one of those situations. I'm like, she seems fun, but she also seems like just not my type of bitch a little bit. Just like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, she seems too good.
But you have been hanging out with people who made it their business to tell you all these terrible things about me. So
yeah,
that's probably why you have those preconceived
see, I
notions.
knew them hoes already. Like, I know them. So, like, and I know how they talk about, I knew how they talked about bitches when it was more to the story, or like, you're just being nasty. So, like, I took that with a grain of salt. Like, I took.
Which is still so strange to me, because I had
It's
never
not,
met that
if
girl.
you knew them, they're messy. Like, that's just what it is.
That's just so weird. Like, go ahead.
And so at the time I was still friends with them, and then to, you know, get that, basically the vibe was that you were messy. So I'm like, y'all messy, I'm messy, we all messy. You know what I'm saying? We a sloppy Joe around this bitch. It don't fucking matter. Like, I'm not about to be mean to this girl because she messy. I'm messy.
Y'all messy.
And then so the more that we hung out, especially when we started doing the podcast, they got so irritated. They were like, oh, you've been hanging out with your new friend. Like, you got a new friend. You got a new... And it's because Lauren, too. Like, they didn't know Lauren, but, like, she was just a part of it. Like, she just an accessory to the crime.
But no, that particular groups, I did not know who they were.
Well, it was
the man. Think of the message, bitch, you know. But it really just boils down, nigga, you like me.
Right.
And that's what this is all about. But
Yeah.
that's neither here
nor
there.
But know that, like, the thing, and then that was, for that to be the too long didn't read of it all, that you were messy, and then when I asked how, I was just like, oh, she just messy, you just need to watch out for her. I'm like,
even in the context of that, sir, I don't even talk to you, so how did we even get here? And I just think maybe it was a thing, who is this bitch, why do you like her? And, oh, I don't like her, she's just messy, or something like that. Maybe that's just the easy. And I think I'm just an easy target to be painted as messy, because I'm always say what the fuck I want to say. For me, first impressions was, she's like, oh yeah, I'm friends with Rodney. And I was like, well, I've never seen you a day in my life. The big titty, big puff girl seems nice to me, though. But she was in it like, my man.
I was so my man.
I was like, we get it. Your man. Like, this is when she was with Patrick, you guys. She was in the trenches with Patrick at this time. But she was my man. Oh, me and my man finna go do this. Me and my man finna go do this.
Because we were like, listen. We had, before it got bad, it was so good. We were having a fucking blast. That was the because, you know, I've hated niggas, not really outwardly, but like, I have my fucking notes about these niggas at this point. Like,
it took a while of conditioning for me and Lauren for Talley to
I was having such a good time with this. So I'm like, it's not all men.
Not all men. My dad and my man and my little brother. And we was like, sure, bitch.
Right.
It took like 6 months of us working on her.
My brother's the only person out of that trio that did not disappoint me. But we were having such a fucking blast at that time. That was the first time I ever felt okay to be openly my man. Like, if it had not ended the way that it ended to this day, that's outside of the relationship I'm in now, that's about the safest I done felt, like, with a person. So that's just how I was. Like, we finna go do this. We was going to the festivals. We was going on trips. We was going to blah, blah, blah. And he was taking up all my time. So that's why most of my sentences started with my man, because that's where I'm going. And all of my experiences at the time, especially because that's around the time those girls got really weird to me. Like, they were weird, but that was starting because we stopped being friends in 2021. So that was when I got happy with a nigga, because that was like the big spade that, like, I didn't have a boyfriend because I was always just kind of like fucking about and fucking around. So when because I think I dated B once before that, and then that didn't work out, and they seemed joyous that it did not work out with
them
B.
was haters.
They were such haters. So when I got with Patrick, and he was like taking me on trips, and I was going places, and I was eating out all the time, that's when they started to detach from me, because it seemed like you only want to be friends with me when I'm not doing well,
so you can feel better about yourself.
You can feel better. And then, like, was the relationship one. Like, I'm the one in the relationship that's headed towards...
the man, I'm the married one.
I'm the married one. I'm the one in the relationship headed towards marriage. Blah, 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 all that. So, I kind of just leaned into it. I just kind of leaned into being a girlfriend, because, like, you ain't the only nigga that can have a bitch. I mean, bitch I can have a nigga. Like, right. I can do that shit too.
Girl, fuck you.
Fuck you.
And it's just him.
It's just him. I swear,
it's just God. That nigga. It's just that nigga. Ew.
This the bitch that got you tripping on me?
I know this ain't the bitch that got you tripping
on me. So I don't know, but I think that was the last time I was really like, my man. And
I was like, okay, she has a boyfriend. Clearly.
That was a fun day.
And here we are.
And
That
we're
was
like,
cute.
hey.
So if you want more stuff like this, more personal stuff,
More
we'll get into the redacted.
Y'all can send us some personal questions that you want to know. And we'll sift
figure
through
out
them.
how to do that. If y'all want questions,
And just ask them on Twitter.
We'll talk about mutual redacted on there, I guess.
Yeah, we'll talk about boys.
We'll talk about boys and
Yeah.
stuff. So get on the Patreon. It's Patreon/Jokes on You podcast. I want to say.
I think it's pod.
I think it's podcast.
Sure. Try both of them.
We'll figure it out. We'll send the link.
Ooh, I burped in the mic.
Y'all
Sorry.
go gross. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. That was a good fucking episode.
That was really good.
That was a good episode. So you've already liked the podcast.
And subscribed. Okay, but next.
You have to share the podcast. We need the people to share the podcast.
We wanna tell everybody.
Tell
everybody.
What's the next part? I'm the podcast. Or something. Podcast. No, share this bitch, please, right now, immediately.
All right, bye.
Thank you. Bye.